Hey everyone, this is Elena, and today I have a short video to show you how I made these cards. So these cards include a few techniques. So let's start with watercolor smoosh. I'm using pool party in cube and like piece of acetate. Then I'm just spraying it with a little bit of water and smooshing my watercolor paper on top of it. Then I'm just drawing with heat gun to make it dry faster, so I don't need to wait for all of those pieces of watercolor paper to dry so I can continue stamping. Then I'm repeating it again to add some more color, and again I'm drawing it with the heat gun. So I have all of them ready now, and now I'm moving on to the cupcakes. For this I made card last week and I stamped bunch of extras. So I'm using the stamped images, but I want to add more dimension to them. So I'm positioning the sheets of cardstock into my MISTI, and then I'm just lining up that last step, the third image, and stamping with Versamark ink. And then I'm just using clear embossing powder to emboss that last image to add a little bit more dimension onto my cupcake. So next I'll just zap that with my heat gun, and the next step, I have all of those ready, and next will be to die cut all of those images. So I'm positioning them, I'm cutting two at a time, one bottom, one top, and kind of securing those with some tape. So then with the magic of YouTube, I'll have all those cut out, and then they'll be ready to go onto my card front. So I have all those ready, all cupcakes ready, and I have the Love Sentiment from Sunshine Sayings bundle, and the You Sentiment from the Coordinating Stamp Set. So first I'm gonna use the MISTI and stamp that You Sentiment onto my watercolor paper. I'm gonna position that where I want it to be, kind of layer everything together to see where I want that to go. So I want the cupcake to be there, and then the Love Sentiment towards the side, towards the right side, and then the You Sentiment, and then I'm gonna stamp on that acetate grid paper to make sure that that's straight, and then I'm gonna stamp all of my card fronts. So while I'm stamping everything, next I use I forget the name, the new ink color for the Love Sentiment, Pink Flamingo, no, Fabulous Flamingo, but I can't remember right now, but the Flamingo ink color, and then my card base will be Smoky Slate, and I'll be using the diagonal stripes to stamp onto my background. So the watercolor paper, it's cut down to 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then my card bases are 4 1/4 by 11 folded in half. Now I'm done with stamping all of those You Sentiments, and next will be time to kind of put all of those cards together. So I'm layering that, kind of positioning where I want it to go. And I'm using the Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue adhesive to adhere my cupcake. First I'm starting with the bottom, and then I am adhering the top, and then the Love Sentiment. But before I adhere those, I'm gonna apply some clear Winkle Stella to add a little bit shimmer to that sentiment, and that kind of makes it look a little bit darker. So there we have that, and so I'm applying again the liquid Tombow liquid multi-purpose adhesive and adhering that together. So I have all of this together, and now I have my card bases. So I'm thinking here how it will look with the stripes or without the stripes. So I decided to go with the stripes. So I'm using again the MISTI to stamp my backgrounds. So first I'm stamping on that grid paper, and then I'll position that I can secure this card base with my magnet. So I'm kind of positioning it on top of that stamp image and making sure it doesn't move. So there's that one. And then let's see how that looks, and then I'll compare it with just plain smoky slate card base. So that's the comparison. I decided to go with the stripy background, and then I'm adding some white sequins from the metallic sequins mix from Stampin' Up. I'm just using the round sequins from that mix, and I'm using the detailed fine point tip glue pen to adhere those. So I'm again trying to see which one I'm gonna go, and you can see the design process in progress. So then I'm using some dimensionals to add on the back to kind of add even more dimension. So make sure that that's positioned perfectly. Okay, that's it. And for the last step, I decided to add some of that glue, which